Subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Yes, we are in here this morning. What's up, everybody? I see y'all popping in early, coming in, going crazy with all the AAA love, man. I see y'all going crazy. What's up, Trina? What's up, Rico? What's up, everybody? Antoine, Bino, Carla's in the building. Let's go. JB is in the building. Travelpreneur Dwight. Mary J is in the building. Let's go, man. Y'all turned up this morning. I'm feeling good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I am feeling good. I know y'all was feeling the new beat. I told y'all I'm going to try to bring some new heat every week, you know. So I found that one. That's an OG one right there. I used to use that on like one of my gaming streams, man, back in the day when Coach Smook was gaming. Shout out to all 27 you early in on the stream over on YouTube. Shout out to the 15 live on Twitter, y'all. Dang, it's Monday morning. Whew. If y'all knew the morning I had this morning, boy, y'all would be just as hype as I am. I'm glad to see everybody in the chat this morning. I am so happy, for real, to see y'all. My guy, Jarvis, I'm telling y'all, man, this thing about the, I'm telling y'all, we got some content this week lined up. Y'all know Thursday is the 4th, right? We won't have anything on the 4th, but we will be checking in with some IRL content. I'm supposed to be traveling. Not on the 4th. Actually going to the Braves game on the 4th. Supposed to be out there enjoying the festivities and all that stuff. So we'll be coming with that type of content. But this week, man, we got some recruits lined up for the Tuesday show. We're going to combine. I think we'll probably do like 6 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon. But we're trying to set it up to have at least two of the young guys come and check in out of the 25 class. There's a few of them that said they're going to be available. So today we'll know who's going to be able to join us tomorrow. But I'm excited to see y'all, man. How you feeling this morning, man? Everybody enjoy their weekend. What's up, Greg? Good to see you in the chat. Y'all, we're going to open the phone lines up early today. I'm excited to get on the phone with you all today. Not a lot has happened over the weekend. Officials, y'all know they kind of, all the staff is on break until the fall now. So a lot of things are going to die down, and it's going to be about a lot of the conversation that we're going to be creating here when it comes to Alabama football is going to be a lot of speculation, expectations. We're going to be collabing with some other content creators to come on and give different viewpoints of what this team is going to look like as we continue to shape up. We saw some clips from the Manning passing camp. Y'all seen Jalen Milroe and his long ball accuracy on the move was definitely there. And then also, y'all know the deep throw is his favorite throw. So, and y'all saw the wide receiver drop that. I don't know if y'all saw the clip, but tight spiral, the mechanics are there. He looks like he's really dialed in to produce this year. So, definitely glad to see Jalen Milroe and other players, not just Milroe, but other players out in the postseason, getting their work in, doing what they doing. And trying to come back and be, the best version of themselves for what this team is going to need going into this 2024-25 season. Hopefully my audio didn't mess up. My mic sounded like it got cracked a little bit. What's up, Greg? Good to see you this morning. Yeah. BET Awards pissed me off last night. Other than that, nothing special. Man, let me tell you, I don't even watch the BET Awards no more. What's up, Gary? How you feeling this morning? Nicole, my homie, my twin is up in here. My sister up in this thing. There we go. Jordan Wright is in the building, man. Jordan, that boy, he getting ready for band camp, man. They got band camp coming up, and I'm talking about like the $1 million band. Shouts out to you, Jordan, man. Man, we praying that you get this thing and you lock that down so we can be pointing you out on the TV. You know what I'm saying? We ready to be pointing our boy. I'll be like, yeah, that's AAA right there, man. That's gonna be AAA. We gotta get gang signs. Gotta get gang signs, AAA. We gotta get gang signs. That's how you be official. That's how you be official. You gotta get gang signs. We gotta find one. Can't call it gang signs though, can we? That's not politically correct. What's up, man? What's good, Rich B? How you feeling this morning? Don't be on that American. That one time at band camp? Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't trying to do that. We ain't doing that. My boy ain't on that type of time. My boy say he is going there for business and business only. Listen, I'm glad to have y'all here. Don't forget, man, this stream is powered by the AAA Family. Y'all see we changed the banners for this stream. Y'all seen the colors, everything black, everything like dark gray colors. So trying to give it a little pizzazz every now and then. You know what I'm saying? We trying to upgrade from StreamYard though. Still looking for ways to just continue to produce better content, y'all. But with that being said, y'all, before we jump into our inspirational moment for today, I want to give everybody in here that's in the chat that's not a member of the AAA family. It looks like we got all members in the chat right now. Looks like we got all members of the chat right now. Need people to go ahead and join the AAA fam, y'all. We are definitely growing. The network is growing. I think we're almost at 1.81 subscribers. So that means we're growing, y'all. And the thing is, we just doing it natural, organic. We don't have many sponsorships right now. We're working on some deals that's going to kick off later at the end of July, hopefully, preferably, but we're just doing it natural right now, and it's by word of mouth. And the only reason that the channel is growing right now is because of you all. It's because of the community. And I want to give I want to give you the guys I want to give you, the community, your due. I really appreciate what you all do for this network. I really do. So if you want to become a part of this AAA family, you want to get into the inner workings and support us on a higher level, this is how you do it, by checking out this commercial. And this will explain it. Give you a brief explanation of how you join the AAA family. Here you go. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Now let's jump right into it, y'all. I really want to jump into this inspirational moment this morning. I'm excited to share this moment with y'all because this is something that I feel like everybody was kind of dealing with these past 3 or 4 days, like starting Thursday. Just having certain conversations with different people in the community, different people that, you know, don't necessarily support or show up. Hey, my Trudy, thank you for the heart reaction. I can't see your comment if you comment. I think Facebook comments are popping up. So if you in that Facebook chat, y'all, you can comment. And I think, as a matter of fact, let me do something while I'm here before we jump all the way into that inspirational moment. I think y'all really gonna enjoy this one, man. Y'all know last week we had like 3 or 4 in a row, man, where they were just kind of like exactly what we needed. And that's been a prayer of mine. I really want to be able to put these inspirational moments out, not to gain any type of publicity or anything, but to really try to encourage people. You know, I like seeing when people are winning, you know, especially when you're dedicated to your craft. And so, or you're dedicated to your assignment. And that's kind of what we're diving in on. And shout out to Trina with the $6.99 super chat, starting the stream off here with the $6.99 and making it today. The co-sponsors of the stream will be all green super chats. So if you want to be recognized as a co-sponsor of the stream, make sure you donate one of those green super chats. I don't know what the amount is, but thank you, Trina, my sister, for showing love and supporting the network. You know, Coach Smook loves your sister. But like I said, this morning's inspirational moment, guys, this one, I'm telling you, this is one that I feel like everybody really needs to dial into. So let's jump into it. And today's inspirational moment has to do with choosing to stick to the process. Choosing to stick to the process. All right. The choices. Everybody in life has choices to make. Everybody has an opportunity to do things in life. And that's one thing about being a believer. You know, you don't necessarily, you're not obligated to make choices and choose God. It's your choice. It's your choice. You have that freedom. You know, is the choice the best choice to not choose God? Not necessarily. And to say you believe, but then you have the choice. You know, he never forces you. Now, he will make it to where you make the right choice. He'll put things in your way to get you going in the right direction. But you do have a choice. Stick to the process. Choose to stick to the process, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all some little analogies and stuff to consider and think about. I'm trying to figure out why this. There it is. Boom. All right, we got that out the way. Thank y'all. Ooh, I had to get it right. It was not going up, but the banner, the inspirational moment for today is to stick to the process. Now, I was reading my devotional this morning in the Bible app, and it was a story the gentleman was saying today. He was saying how he's naturally a cold weather runner, right? Just naturally can run good in cold weather. And then he was saying how the cold weather, it'll even though he trains in the cold weather, because the air is thinner, it may be harder to breathe in the cold weather, but because the air is thinner, when you get to warmer weather and the air is thicker, your wind is a lot better. And he said he learned that early in his running career. And he said he would go from summer months to winter months. And he would feel so bad the first 2-3 weeks of running in the winter after coming out of the summer. And he never understood why the same doesn't apply. And he said one day he just got with a few other runners and they started speaking that word process. You know, it's your body's natural process to learn how to regulate the different space or the different size of air molecules entering your body, especially at a high heart rate. So he translated that to he was like, now it would be easy. It would be easy for him to just not go on a run or not train in the winter, you know, and just wait till the spring and start training, trying to wake up early and get used to. But he said, even though, you know, the benefits aren't immediate on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to training for the winter and training for the summer, he said the process in it continues to make you resilient. It continues to stretch your worth, stretch your ability to be changed. It makes you flexible, right? And so he said in life, you know, and this is what I got out of that. In life, we go through things and they're not necessarily a cycle. They're just part of our day-to-day operation, how we move, how we do things. And we approach it with the same mindset of, yes, I can complete it, I can do it, or I can finish this. But how many times do we really go through a process of how we approach it, right? And that's a lot of people look at the surface level of what this story was talking about, how, you know, every part is a process, but how do we go about approaching our processes? You know, do we challenge our mindsets? Hey, what if this happens today? You know, what am I going to do? What if I wake up and there's a crazy charge on my account that I didn't know nothing about? What is my response? What am I going to do? How do I combat that with sticking to the process, right? How do I combat that? Okay, I go through the necessary, you know, everybody should have, you know, every major bank or whatever has those processes in place. But how do I stick to the process and trust the process and deal with it, right? How do I approach dealing it? And so I encourage people today, I encourage you today, I've taken this upon myself. I've started to sit there and really map out processes, right? Map out processes. Sometimes I'll sit back and I ask God, be like, God, what is this place you have me in? What are you preparing me for? What's about to come? You know, and he'll take me through a phases because I'm allowing him to do it. I'm surrendering myself. I'm not making it about me. I'm making it about the assignment. So because I'm about the assignment, I'm committed to the process. I will sit back and everything that could possibly happen is somehow, somewhere or another given to me, right? He gives it to you, whether it's in an experience, a physical experience, in some type of spiritual, you know, experience, some type of, you know, confirmation from others, right? Being in coincidental situations, he'll give you that confirmation. So in a day where I know that something is coming, something is happening, I can't put my finger on it. How do I approach that process? Okay, God, if it's this, I trust you. If it's this, I trust you. And that's the easiest part of the process. Like, that's how you stick to the process. You just trust God through it. How do you approach it? You trust him. So if trusting God in the process means, you know, in my approach to the process means, okay, I got to take on this negative comment on my video today. I got to let it stay there. Let it be negative. Let it stay there. Right? How am I going to respond? Or does this even warrant a response? But, you know, and when you do that, when you trust the process, when you stick to it and you don't make it about yourself, it's easy to stick to it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the reward. It's about the result. It's about the result. And you don't get negative, you don't get positive results with negative thinking or a negative approach, right? Yeah, you might be at a disadvantage on your approach, but that don't mean it's a negative, right? So how do I stick to that process? How do I stick to that approach? How do I focus on that approach? I trust in that process. I rely on my intuition, on my spirit guiding, right? My spiritual guiding. I don't place myself first, right? You never place yourself first, right? Never place yourself first when you talk about process. You place the goal first, right? Because at the end of the day, the goal is what allows you to be happy or to feel that success, you get what I'm saying? The process, it has to happen. If you ever obtain something, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and then we're gonna close it out. If you've ever been given something in your life, you kind of, when people give you something on a regular, it becomes a norm. You become complacent with it, no matter how many times it happens, right? If it's once a week, if it's 7 times a week, if you're getting something on a consistent basis, it becomes norm. And we tend, as humans, we tend to forget about it. But if you have to work for something, you remember it. You remember the effort you put into it. You remember the thoughts you put into it. You remember the time. You remember the sacrifices it required. You remember the times where it caused you to dial it back and not really, say much. And then you remember the times where you had to be the only one saying something when others wouldn't. So when you have to go through those processes, that's why it means more. And and 9 times out of 10, mature people, mature believers, right? They know how to make good at that. They know how to appreciate that process and really show it. Because not only do they go through those things, those processes and come out for temporary success, is stacked. You get what I'm saying? So today I just ask you, I encourage you to stick to the process, y'all. Stick to the process. It's not hard. It's not hard to stick to it. It can get challenging, right? It can get challenging, but it's not hard to stick to the process. It's a conscious decision. And that's a good thing about being a believer. You can make that choice. And when you stick to it, God gonna guide you through it every time, y'all. Every time. I promise you, every time. The scripture that I want to leave y'all with is Matthew 6 and 6 and 34. Matthew 6 and 34 says, "Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Right? And but I even want to back up. I want to back up to verse number 33. Because this was talking about, not worrying. This was this text when Jesus was teaching about not worrying. He was speaking to the disciples about not worrying. And but verse 33 was saying, "But seek first is the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Seek first God. That's why I told y'all, don't put yourself first. Put God first. See what he wants for you. See what he wants for you, and understand that he's already laid out the process for you, right? And trust him in it, and you'll find yourself in a better mindset, a successful place in life, or trending towards a successful place in life, right? I hope that encouraged you all. I want to thank y'all for sticking to the process and kicking it with your boy Coach Smook this morning for our inspirational moment, y'all. With that being said, I want to thank all my AAA members for popping in the chat this morning. This here is for you. Check it out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook, or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, will be preferred, and we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Hell yeah. All right. Time to get down that business, man. Glad to see everybody in the chat this morning, for real, man. Here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to Trina for being the first co-sponsor of the stream today by super chatting her $6.99 super chat with that's a green one. The green super chats will be announced as sponsors of the stream today. Y'all, we got some hot news coming in today about our event. By 4:30 p.m., I'll be able to make an official announcement. Hopefully, around 4:30, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, I'll be able to make an official announcement. And y'all just be looking forward to it. I'm telling y'all, we got some big things popping over here on the Coach Smook Network. But let's jump into that football talk today. I'm gonna get ready to I'm gonna set the phone lines up. I was getting ready to set it up earlier, and I got distracted with an article and a few videos that I seen. Man, it was pretty cool to see Latsier Brooks. Did y'all see his highlight from his 7-on-7 this past weekend? The one-handed snag. And everybody's been talking about this young man and his height and all of this stuff. I'm telling y'all, Waddle-like energy on the field. Same type of athleticism. I don't think people really give Jalen Waddle enough credit for how he was able to go up and attack the ball in the air. I think people really don't give him credit for that, but they always look at his speed and how he was, able to get to the edge, get to the perimeter, and leave everybody in the dust. But I really think this Latsier Brooks is probably like the second or third coming, because I think we got another Waddle on the roster right now, and Bubba Hampton just a little bit more stockier, but Bubba just as fast as Waddle and twitchy. And so you got Brooks coming in the next class. Like we're finding a mold of receivers. And today's topic of conversation when you call in, man, and this is just to keep it a wide range of conversation to have, right? We're putting everybody on notice. We're really putting everybody on notice. We've been doing it for the past few months, past few weeks, for everybody that's been paying attention to how this thing is shaping up. What's up, Matt Sherrill? Appreciate you for pulling up. He said, I appreciate your words of encouragement. You helped me today. It's the process that defines us and who/what we're supposed to be. Facts, 100%, bro. I'm glad you're here today, Matt. Think about becoming a AAA member, man. Join the family. Don't miss no content, because we amping it up. Month of July is kicking off with another month of crazy content. But listen, y'all, we got to put everybody on notice. If you haven't, you better jump on the train now. Today is July 1st, 2024. This is the last day that you will doubt the process, because right now, it's the dawn of a new Alabama. It's the dawn of a new Alabama. I'm telling y'all right now, this Alabama staff, this team is locked in. They're ready to go. These boys are not scared. These boys, they know that they have something to prove. They're excited about proving what they feel like they need to prove. Like, this is not a normal keep quiet, militant, walk in line, 3 inches apart. This isn't that Alabama no more. I saw an interview with Jalen Miro yesterday, right? And his confidence, even I've seen some of the things he talked about in the spring practices, where Coach Saban was so businesslike. He was so businesslike. He was straight to the point. Let's handle business. Let's next play all of this. Well, this staff is understanding that this game is changing. The game of football is changing. You want guys out there confident in what they're doing, 1, relaxed, 2, able to apply intensity, 3, but you want these guys to play with some confidence and some swag. You want a successful team, you want a team with high morale, teach them swag. Teach them, give them a little what they call them, football riz. Give them a little swag about themselves. Preach confidence to them. This staff is doing that with these players, and this ain't even from a schematic standpoint. This just helps with team morale. Right? Shout out to all the likes over there on Facebook, man. My brother Kevin Lister with the like, Ant Ward over there with the like. I mean, the heart reactions. I'm sorry, Kevin Lister, Ant Ward with the heart reactions. Auntie Trudy, my big sister, Auntie Trudy. But y'all, you look at the mood around the campus. You look at the mood around the locker room. These young men are walking around with a sense of confidence that, hey, this staff believes in me, so there is no reason for me to go out and second guess anything. And I've seen Coach Shep. I've seen Coach Gillespie. I've seen Coach Mosley, Coach Roach, Coach Mo, Coach Womack. Coach Hitzler, all of these coaches have like a mean streak about them, right? They have a certain mean streak about them, but it's not one of those mean streaks where you're scared to mess up. It's one of those mean streaks where you're scared not to do it right because you enjoy being in this space of executing at a high level to where my coaches don't have to coach me up as much. And then even when I get coached up, it's not to tear me down. It's to get my attention and say, hey, you're on the track, but this is what you could do better, right? And I feel like that's the mode of this coaching staff from top to bottom. You look at Kalen Deboer's energy, and that's exactly what he displays. My boy Brett Sullivan said, good morning, Smook. I got a question if you know. Is this the first time Bama has a GM couldn't find nothing on the web? So this isn't the first time Alabama has had a GM, according to my understanding. That's what was going to be part of this new Dawn of Alabama speech, too. According to my understanding, there's always been a general manager. Now, what aspect they operate in as far as team personnel and management, right? That's up to the head coach. That was up to Coach Saban. Coach Saban made sure he was more so in a general manager position, I believe, than allowing that staff member to do what Courtney Morgan's doing. I think what Courtney Morgan is doing for that position, though, he's starting to evolve what this position is for the college football level. know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me real quick. Let me turn this music down. So we just got hit. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to all 53 of y'all that stuck around. We just got hit with an outage. So I'm operating off of my hotspot. It's not going to be able to carry the stream, unfortunately. It just took me like 2 minutes to jump back in here. I don't know what's going on with the reception, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to record what I was going to do today. I'm going to record it, and if this is not up by noon, if we're not back up by noon, because it's saying that the outage for the internet is going to be up until 2 p.m. So whenever my internet comes back, I might just come off of here and go live from my phone and just dialogue with y'all like that. I can't do phone call segment right now. That's majority of the show. Y'all know that. I really want to dialogue with you all and talk with you all. So can y'all hear me? Teacher walk back in the room. Nah, man. I'm coming across clean. Okay. We pivot, no problem. Yeah, no problem. But the thing is, I really want to do the call-in segment. The call-in segment is important to me. But I had some takes that I want to get clipped. So this, and y'all know me. We can rebound like no other. But I do want that call-in segment. That was an important part of today's show. But what I will do before I leave out of here is get some of your thoughts on here. And what'll happen is I'll take your comments, and a part of this recording, the video that I'm going to do, is I will give an in-depth reply. So we were kind of just hearkening on the fact that Alabama's programming itself, the development of this team, the new era, the new dawn of this program, right? It's at a point right now where it's no longer a question. It's no longer an if. It's a when. Will it happen? Is it week 1, week 2, week 3? When will it make its stamp? When will it stamp itself and say, okay, this is the new Alabama? And I think if we were being fanboy, if we were being fangirl, fanboy, if we had our Bama goggles on, I think a lot of us will say, oh, it's already happened, right? But let's be realistic. Let's take the fan glasses off. Let's put on our football fan hats, right? You got a head coach, right, who has a better winning percentage than the 128 coaches in college football, head coaches right now in college football. He's ahead of 128 of them. It's only 3 in front of him right now with a better winning percentage. You have the head coach who's had coaching experience at multiple major levels of college football. That's the NAIA level, and was able to dominate that for 3 years, or was it 6 years? 6 years he dominated that, won 3 national championships at the NAIA level. He goes to Indiana. He's an offensive coordinator there, top 10 rated offensive production in that season with that program, the highest it's been. It had been in that program's history, right? The first 6 games, they were setting record numbers in the first 6 games under Kalen Deboer, and Kane Womack was the defensive coordinator there, and they had one of the top rated defenses in the country that year. You look at what he did with Fresno, a team that went 4-8 the year before Coach Kalen Deboer. He got there in 2019, then he got there in 2020, and the season got cut short because of COVID, right? I think people look at that year when he went 3-3 and say, well, it was COVID year, 3-3, no spring ball, and he's a new head coach with a team, undermanned team, and he goes 3-3, turns around, wins 10 games. Kalen Deboer has not won less than 10 games since he took over the second year of Fresno State. He said, I believe the week 4 mark will tell us a lot about us and the team and where we stand. Of Georgia is this, if Georgia is the standard and we beat them, then what does that mean about Coach KD? Trust we will win a chip. I think for the media purposes, right? I think for media purposes, you have the Alabama Georgia game circled, right? 2 teams with a lot of hype around them. Yes, for media purposes, it puts the stamps on. But for me, how this team goes into a hostile environment, even if Tennessee isn't that good, going to Tennessee, going to LSU, going to those spots is where you really find out what your team is made of in the SEC. It's not necessarily about the team that you're playing, is being able to go to those teams' environments and thrive. Will this team, will this new Alabama team be able to thrive and set themselves apart when they go away? Last year, we struggled on the road mightily. We struggled on the road heavily. Years where we dominated and we were able to win national championships, our point margin, our average point margin, the years where we dominated and won national championships, average point margin was 18.6. We used to hold teams to an average of 12 points on the road. So, I mean, once we get back to those type of numbers, I think we'll see, especially with the way that the game is evolving on the college football, on the college level. Week 3 will be the mark for us. You think Wisconsin? Curtis, I have to disagree heavily, man. I have to disagree heavily. Wisconsin does not have an offense that is going to challenge this defensive scheme enough. They're not going to try to if they try to, that will give us a challenge, but they're not a team that's going to be able to take the top off of our defense, and that's the only way you're going to be able to stretch this defense out. You're going to have to be able to pressure us over top. You're going to and buy a time to do that, right? You're going to have to be able to buy 3 to 4 seconds to do that. And this defense is designed to take that away from you with the style, aggressive play style that Kane Womack brings to the table. The Kinesis says these are the games that I think will shut the media and haters up. Wisconsin, yes, them. Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, Oklahoma. Okay, the Kinesis. I'm gonna agree with 4 out of the 5. Go back to that comment. He said Wisconsin. Yeah, no. Wisconsin. Only reason Wisconsin looks good because they're out of conference and it's Power 5. That's the only reason they look good. That looks good on the schedule. It's out of conference and it's a Power 5. It's not another cupcake game per strength of schedule and the conference that they're in. This team, and I'm not downplaying what they do. I'm just telling you all they lost a lot. They don't return. They didn't go to the portal and hit it heavy and low talent. Wisconsin has never been uber talented. They've been disciplined. But when you have a skill set and a play calling style like Kalen Deboer on the offense and what he has available as assets, right? And you look at what he has available as the defense on the defensive side, right? With Kane Womack and his style of play calling, it just clashes with Wisconsin's style of play calling. Now, how slow can you play this game and still take pressures on the quarterback? And how can your run game be effective enough to force us out of the 3-4 nickel and bring in that extra true defensive lineman, right? And I don't think Wisconsin has the skill sets or the assets to do that. Greg Coffee says, I think going to Wisconsin with an early kickoff time will be a good test. Initially, it'll test to me. And this with these type of teams, and this is what I think we've gotten so used to. This is how we've been Sabanized. And pull that banner back up about it because I'm gonna clip this comment. This is why I'm trying to get y'all to see that this is a new dawn of Alabama. We've been so Sabanized that we're used to Saban teams coming out at noon, right? That 11 o'clock kickoff, that noon kickoff, right? And dragging, not getting up for the game, because their focus was how do we stay focused? How do we stay locked in? Well, I feel like this staff and their method of coaching and how they prepare for the games or how they're preparing these guys mentally in the locker room already, I think that translates to how they perform on those early games. I'm just the opposite way of thinking, right? Because we're so used to talking about what Coach Saban did. We're so used to talking about what happened when Coach Saban was here. But let's think about this. If we've seen a change in how they're recruiting, we see a change in how they're operating as far as their day-to-day operations at the facilities, right? We saw the change at the A-Day scrimmage, right? We see the changes in the culture as far as access to social media and all that. I'm just saying that's one of the things to consider. We always talk about what Coach Saban is doing or what he's done, and I don't think we give enough credit to how much has actually changed. And that's due to Coach Saban having such a solid foundation, setting such a high standard, such a high bar. But when it translates to this season, I think teams like Wisconsin, those are games because you got to think a lot of that has to do with play calling style. as Coach Saban thought, when you got guys that it's hard for them to get up, you want them to get physical. You want them to get a lot of hits on their bodies and do all this. So you will see a lot of early games. We'll try to come out running early. If we didn't have a quote unquote explosive offense, we would run early in the game. To some of those games that played to a lot of those teams' advantage. They didn't have the guys in the secondary to keep up with our receiving core, our pass schematics. But because Coach Saban felt like early games brought those type of challenges, his method is what he used, and it was successful for 17 years. But when you got teams like Charleston Southern holding us 10-10 by half, at halftime because we're just pounding the ball instead of taking it over top and allowing our big guys, to get that space to be effective in the run game and not allowing them to load the box with 8 or 9 players and without testing them over top, that's the type of results you get. So I think Wisconsin is just not going to be equipped enough that early in the season to give us that much of a challenge. I don't care what time we play them. We could play them Jokers at 7:30 a.m. I really feel like it's going to be a 24 plus 30, 31 plus point beatdown when we play with Wisconsin. All right, so Enrico says, our only challenges this season are Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Georgia, but they are still winnable if we execute. Yeah, I agree, Rico. I agree 100%. I think Oklahoma's getting a lot of love, and rightfully so. But I think by the end of the season, around that time, I think the fatigue of the SEC sets in around week 7, week 8 for Texas and Oklahoma. This team is going to go through a culture shock phase in this season. And all right, so and I'm gonna say this for Tennessee and Oklahoma. Welcome to the SEC, but your culture shock period. How long do you let your culture shock affect your team and this first year in the SEC? You saw Texas A&M when they came to the SEC. They allowed it to affect them, but it wasn't bad. I think A&M's first season in the SEC, they were 8-4, and then you have Missouri. I think Missouri was 10-2 that first year in the SEC, 11-1. Y'all fact check me on that, AAA family. We struggled every road game last 3 years, but with this staff, it might get back to the way we dominated in the past. We used to play better on the road back in our heyday than we did at home. 100%. I agree. That's why I was saying earlier, like with the Wisconsin game, you expect traditionally Wisconsin to field a competitive team when they're playing someone other than Alabama. Let's be real, right? You don't expect teams to field. You don't expect teams to be as competitive when you field a certain you field against Alabama. And that's not a really talented roster. Let's just be real, y'all. Shout out to the 62 on Twitter that stuck around through our technical difficulties, and shout out to the 62 live here on YouTube that stuck around. I appreciate y'all, man. This is not comfortable. I don't like not being able to mic monitor, right? So I don't really know how it sounds, but y'all saying it sound good. We're gonna run with it. Let me see. I got everything set up. There it is. I hear it now. All right. Shout out to Curtis Ellison said the keys to our success is Milroe, O-line, and defense. People have to understand this is not a Nick Saban team. Things will be different. We have to let the past go. 100% Curtis. 100% Curtis. And somebody said, you said the keys to our success is Milroe, O-line, and defense. Let's put those in precedence. O-line first, right? D-line, right? And then Milroe. That's the keys to success. Let's line them up like that, because I've watched a lot of games, last season games, these past few weeks, man. And our old line was probably the worst part of the team, hands down. Hands down. That's with Malik Benson and his dropsies, right? That's with the defense. Well, the defense actually played solid last year. Believe it or not, y'all. The defense actually played solid. Texas week 2 was probably the worst that they looked all season. Even the Ole Miss game, even against LSU, against Heisman winner Jaden Daniels with 4 first-round draft picks on his offense, right? Or was it 3? They ended up having 3 first-rounders from the LSU on that offense. I mean, that's a tough task, and we held them to 24 points, I believe. So I look at our defense last year. They performed. They held it together. Our offense was very inconsistent, and it started with the offensive line. I don't give Jalen Milroe any passes for a lot of those check downs that he missed, a lot of those times where he was responsible for 18 of those sacks. Out of all those sacks, he was responsible for 18. That's too many for me. When you could literally just take off, son. And he's learning. I believe he's learned that. You could tell by the spring game. You saw some of the footage. Let me get some of this B-roll up for y'all. I got some good stuff recorded for y'all today. Let me see. Let me see. I just did this stuff, so hopefully it don't make me look bad. I just did this screen recording. Is this one it? Yeah, this it. I mean, just watching a lot of film from last year, watching the spring ball film from this past season. I think you've seen some mechanics in Jalen Miro that's going to allow him to excel. You can bring another comment up. Y'all, we just using 28 Smook. What 28 what? 49 sacks were more than 49 sacks were more than 3 offensive line in the SEC combined. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Smook, what do you think of Texas and Georgia trying to claim they are our team's biggest games? So, are you asking what about Texas and Georgia claiming to be their biggest game against each other? Those two teams? I think that's a big game for Texas. I don't think that's as big as a game for Georgia as it is for Texas. I think Georgia's big game is us. Florida, of course, Auburn, having Auburn come in town. And that's because it's early in the season. But after that, Georgia, I don't think Georgia looks at Texas, but they do have to go to Georgia. They do have to go to Texas. They are in Arlington. I mean, not Arlington, Austin. They are in Austin. So, not only that though, but I think Texas needs to be more focused about maintaining the edge in the rivalry over Oklahoma. Defense kept us in every single game while the offense struggled. 100%, Greg. Y'all see why I want to do the call-in show? This makes me feel like the other side. I ain't had to do it like this in a while, huh? Marquinhos just read comments. O-line was trash. To be honest, who said that? Who is that? Go back to that comment. The O-line was, Greg. They I ain't gonna say they was trash. But there was a lot of inconsistencies last year, and it affected the quarterback play tremendously. I guarantee you, but that's not just all on the offensive line, y'all. You gotta understand when you have if this is how I look at rosters, right? This is how I look at rosters when you talk about depth and getting guys on the field and evaluating guys. If I'm saying this is my best product that I have to put on the field right now, right? Why am I not calling plays? Why am I not calling plays to help them adjust? Why am I not calling plays to help them adjust and calling plays to their strengths, right? Why am I not calling pulling guard plays when I know I got two of the best, most athletic guards that can really get out in space and put a hat on somebody and spring it? I got a stable full of running backs in Jace McClellan, Roydell Williams, Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, Richard Young. You had 5 backs last season that at any point in time you hand the ball off to them, one crease, one cut, they're gone. All of them have breakaway speed, right? Why did we not do that? And this year you won't have that problem. So a lot of the offensive line issues will seem to be fixed just because of play calling alone. So they claim every team's big game is either Texas or go back to that, Marquita. So he's saying Texas and Georgia are claiming that every team's big game is against them. Okay. Is against either Texas with Quinn Ewers and someone from Georgia claim the same. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell Georgia fans this. They have just as much they could have just as much confidence as anybody in this conference right now, because they are 1 year removed from being the defending SEC champions, right? But also the national champions. They're only a year removed from it. They just played in the SEC championship game, right? They returned the most experienced roster in the SEC right now, right? So if they're barking, let them bark. We just have to wait to see. But a team like Texas, yes, you just got in the playoffs, but the team that beat Alabama in week 2 would not have beat Alabama in the playoffs. And the committee really screwed Alabama and Texas over. Alabama and Texas should have been playing each other round 1. I think that would have been one of them things. You give Texas number 2 because they weren't really giving Washington their respect with their strength of schedule throughout the whole season, right? So, but I really do think Texas is coming in a little overconfident. They're coming in a little overconfident, and I don't think Georgia is too far removed from being one of the top 2 teams in the SEC. They're not. They're definitely going to be one of the tops. Now, we have had this speculation. I've played both sides of the fence when we're talking about teams and how they're going to finish in conference play next year. I feel like a big loss to Alabama early can do one or two things to Georgia, right? It could derail their season where they can't rebound from it because they do follow up the next week after us. I think they go and play. Do they go to Tennessee? Do I got internet back? Nope. Dang, I sure thought I had internet. I thought I had internet back on the big computer. This sucks because I can't pull up the man, you know what? And Georgia has some early tests. They got Clemson, they got us week 4. They turn around, they go to Auburn, or Auburn goes to them. And I don't think Auburn's going to be. I like to see Auburn be, villain every now and then and give teams a scare. But I love when Auburn loses. And that game this year, if when Alabama beats Georgia, how we beat them and how they play against Auburn, that's going to determine the rest of their season. Them going to Austin, that might not be a big game for them, but they can lose that one. So Georgia has to really lock down some games and turn some things, like really shut down some things early in their schedule to really solidify themselves. But for them to be barking right now, they're very well within their rights. Texas trying to come in the SEC and think they are Bama. Everyone will play their best against them. Man, let me tell you, Texas. We better hope that there's no quarterback controversy after week 2 at Texas, because Sarkisian not gonna handle that well. Jordan Wright said he wanted Bama and Texas natty. Play caller could not figure out what was our strength. Kareem, what's good, Kareem? How you feeling? Jordan Wright at the bottom, he says it will be really funny if Auburn beats Georgia in Athens. Could y'all imagine that? Could y'all imagine that if Auburn beat Georgia in Athens this season? Kareem Hood says Georgia finally got a schedule. Let's be honest, they always had a cakewalk to the SEC championship every year. I'm just saying, facts. I'm glad that we got rid of divisions. As cool as it was to be East and West, and have that type of claim to your program, I don't think it benefited the SEC championship. You spread it out. Georgia had cakewalk. It's just how the cookies fell. The West, you got to think, what team from the East has represented the SEC in the playoffs? When the last time a team from the East was playing in the national championship? Before Georgia. Tennessee, Florida, 2008, 2009, playing for the national championship. Auburn played for a national championship. LSU has played for a national championship. Alabama, right? I mean, Florida, and I'm talking about Florida. Auburn's played for 2 national championships. LSU's played for 3. Alabama played and won 6 in the past 20 years. Come on, man. Rico X says, who is your way too early MVP prediction? Mine is tied between Justice Haynes and Kendrick Law. Those are 2 good names. Way too early MVP. I'm gonna go with I think Jalen Milroe, man, is just gonna take it, bro. I think he's really gonna shine this season. I believe Jalen Milroe is on a mission to really prove himself. And last year he showed spots where you couldn't stop him. No matter what you did, you couldn't stop him. And that was in his adolescence as a starting quarterback. But now you're giving him confidence. You're giving him a system that he's confident in. It's a dangerous game to be played right now with Jalen Miro. So yeah, that's my way too early MVP. And I think a lot of the fan base is starting to get on that wagon too. Great coffee. I can't wait till Texas starts crying about horns down from fans on the road this year. It'll be hilarious. They have no idea what it's going to be like on the road. You know what? I think that was actually like what was that a rule that they made just for their stadium, or was that a rule that they made for all of like college football? Was it, somebody find that information for me? Kareem Hood said that whole East was a joke since Florida fell off, and Tennessee just got back to playing decent football. So Georgia fans need to pump the brakes. And you know what? If Georgia come through this year, because even COVID year, didn't they? How many games did they lose in 2020? Did they lose 3 games in 2020? Was it 3 games? They didn't have such a great year. It was 2020, I believe. Was it 2 or 3 games? I can't remember. But Georgia hasn't even dominated the East. You know, they've had, think about it. Florida has been bad for 6, 7 years now, 8 years. I ain't gonna say 8 years, about 6 years. It's 2024. So yeah, since about 2017, 2018, Florida has been bad, right? Who else in the East? Tennessee, like you said, just getting to a place where they look like they're doing something. Kentucky, they're going to be Kentucky. They're going to play 7 strong games a year, right? If they sneak past 7, that's a big year from them. Vanderbilt, still Vanderbilt. Mizzou just coming back on the scene. They came out. See now Missouri. They came on the scene in the SEC popping, but they always fizz out. They've never been able to have that depth to compete at the SEC. So yeah, everybody. Kanisa said he think this is Milroe's year. I think a lot of people are starting to see that, even experts, man. And I'm not a rely on the experts, ESPN analyst type guy. But a lot of this evaluation I've seen from not necessarily ESPN personalities, but former players, former quarterbacks, coaches, all of that. A lot of evaluation and write-ups that I've seen, they have been things that we all have said Jalen Miro needs to work on, and they've commended him on being able to improve in those little mechanics that's going to lead to that. They lost 2 games in 2020. Okay. Texas coming in the SEC like they're the king, man. Look, bump Texas, bro. They gonna find out soon, though. They're gonna find out soon. I can't wait. I can't wait for them to find out. How many likes we got on the stream, y'all? Because what I'm going to do is while I can't be on the internet, I can still do my edits, y'all. And I think we got a show lined up for tonight. KT will be co-hosting. We got a lot of sports topics we're going to talk about tonight. And we're going to do the call-in, y'all. We're going to do the call-in tonight. We're going to do the call-in tonight. And I want y'all to light the phone lines up. That's the announcement. I found the call queue software. I'm going to try to download it today, test it out. So I might be hitting a few of my moderators up to come through and try to call line so we can have it the call queued up, have people waiting backstage, all that good stuff. And you can hear the show live. You ain't got to have the TV turned up no more. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know when you about to get on the phone. And I think it's gonna be a good vibe tonight. I really do. Rico says he thinks Milroe will run more this season. Oh yeah. Kalen, Deboer, and their staff, they're not shy about making. Nick Sheridan is not shy about saying that Milroe's legs are going to be a huge part of what this offense does, right? And you will be a fool not to use it, right? Lamar Jackson led the team, even though his passing game got better his second year as a starter. His legs is what opened his passing game up. And I think Milroe's confidence in his run is going to be huge for his development. So looking at that, we'll get into all of that. I'm telling y'all, man, I think this team right now, we talk a lot about the offense, but I think because of that, people are going to be surprised at how effective this defense is. I'm telling you, people are going to be surprised at how effective this defense is, and the amount of chaos is going to create. Kane Womack loves controlled chaos. Kane Womack loves controlled chaos, as most of the good defensive coordinators do. As most of the good defensive coordinators do. So I can't wait to see it come through and see what it looks like. I mean, a bunch of uber athletic edge rushing linebackers, right? New age hybrid linebackers. We're going to see them guys get released to go and be hybrids. Oh, you think we coming on the blitz? Nope, dropping back underneath your quick crossers, and I got hands to do it. You got guys like Keanu Cole and Yanzi Pierre dropping into the flats. 6'3" plus guys, 6'4" guys catching the ball in stride off of a dump off pass because of their athleticism. Just think about the future when guys like Noah Carter and QB Reese and Luke Metz and Duke Johnson, Jaden Harmon, those linebackers dropping back underneath, slipping in the robber coverage type stuff, spying the quarterback, a mobile quarterback. Man, this is going to be a crazy, freakish athlete style defense. The play calling style going to be extra aggressive. I'm telling y'all, just watch and see. Just watch and see. Y'all going to see it happen. Y'all going to see it happen. K-Spray says Coach KD needs to get it through Miro's head. If the run's there, take it. Man, you didn't see the clips? I think the first play you could see Miro is not going to hesitate to take the ball. I mean, run the ball. It was one of the first clips in this little clip that I recorded. One of the first ones. You're going to see him, man. The read option is always going to be there. I love that about this team. This offense. Step up. And you got to think, that's not a tackle in real life. Tap him on the hip. You're going to have to do more than tap Miro on the hip. I love the RPO look. And y'all got to remember, this is only 15 practices of getting into this offense. And see right there? You see right there? I would rather him throw that to the end zone at the top of the A to make the safety, have to flip his hips and open up and really play that ball. I mean, this offense is going to be explosive. And I don't think it's going to be explosive because of the pass game. I think the explosiveness is going to come in the run game. The run game design. So, hey, you know what? Man, I'm going to use all my little data up. My little hotspot data. I was about to say I would put it in the Discord and we rewatch the spring game together. As a matter of fact, when the internet gets back up today, we will host a Discord session. We'll pull up and we can just dialogue football talk today. And I'll record some of it. Well, not record. I get some takes from that, and we'll talk about a lot of it tonight on the show. Because even we was watching the Alabama versus Mississippi State game from last year, and even though we won that game decisively, it was a lot of spots where you see Miro was forcing himself to grow. And that's going to benefit him in this offense because this offense is a stack, is like a layered offense. Everything flows together. Coach Deboer had Penix running, but he got hurt. That wasn't Penix came to Washington with injury issues, though. He was injury prone. Happy Monday morning, Coach Smook, and everyone in the chat. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend in Roll Tide. Maddie P, what's good? Good to see you this morning. We had some internet issues, man, that we had to come back and rebound on the show, so we're kind of wrapping it up now. But thank you for pulling up, man. And make sure, Greg, you and Maddie, everybody that's not a member, that don't have those icons next to your name, think about becoming a member of the AAA fam, y'all. We're doing some special stuff on the network. Y'all think about supporting. You could start at $2.99 and we go all the way up to VIP. AAA all the way up to VIP. You get what I'm saying? Go check it out. Those QB reads are going to be absolutely. Wait, hold on, here go Greg. He said, "I hope you can go back to the other one. I hope Jalen Miro will get better with the read option schemes. Last year he didn't make correct read to give to run back or keep it. And Greg, that's all with teaching and understanding, And I I think with young coordinators, they get it that they don't have the same mindset to build the communication relationship as some of your more experienced offensive coordinators. And I think that's one thing in that case, Coach Kalen Deboer has gotten across to Nick Sheridan, who I believe Sheridan is going to be a highly sought after offensive coordinator after this season. Jamarcus Shepard has already been sought after. Sheridan is going to be one that's everybody's looking at him this year to see what he does with all these weapons he has available. And there's going to be a lot of people knocking at the door to try to take Sheridan away from Alabama after this season. Those QB reads are going to be absolutely crazy off those different run schemes. 100%, Antoine. And I think that that helps reply back to what the last comment was saying about hoping Miro can do it, because what happened is the design of the run blocking on those looks will make the read easier for Miro. So most defensive ends, if they see a pulling guard, they're going to try to stand to secure the back end, right? If they see a guard pulling away from them, they're going to stand to secure the back end. If they see guards pulling towards them, they try to go and set the edge, right? They try and go to set the edge. So that's what your edges do. Your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, if they see it pulling away, they defend the end. If they coming towards them, they set the edge. They try to force it back inside. Well, what Kalen Deboer in this offense will do, right? They'll pull the weak side guard. They'll have, let's say, 12-man personnel, right? Let's say 12-man personnel. That's one receiver, one running back, two tight ends. My fault. One running back, two tight ends, right? 12-man personnel. Let's say we stack. We're going to do a strong left, both tight ends on the left. If my left guard on the play call, if my left guard pulls right, usually the defensive end on the weak side, which is opposite of the left, so they'll be on the right side. The defense on the weak side, he's going to try to set the edge, right? So what that does now with that play calling, strong side, pulling weak side, everything flowing left to the strong side, right? With that play call, usually what happens is the defensive end goes and chips that. I mean, the guard goes and chips that defensive end. The running back is crossing the face of the quarterback. The quarterback is looking at the weak side defensive end. If the defensive end tries to crash, or you usually let him go. If he crashes, you keep the ball. If he stays, you hand it off. Well, what Kalen Deboer and his staff does, they'll pull the guard to chip him. So regardless of how it looks, Miro can hand it off because we got flow left, pull right, one-on-one block, and now I'm not worried about making the read on the end. I'm looking second level. That's how he advances the read option. And for a guy like Miro who one-on-one against a linebacker, defensive back, you're taking him, that's what you want. You don't want a defensive end crashing and blowing it up. So what do you do with that? You pull a guard as if there's a counter play coming, counter reaction. You pull a guard as if you're about to do some type of toss action. You have counter steps in all of your run play action, right? Counter steps. Every small thing, every small shift matters, and that's what this offense is going to do. So a lot of things that we saw Miller struggle with last year, I don't think we're going to see him struggle with it just because of play design and how it's supposed to be executed. Smook, I'm really happy Cole Adams getting a little praise now. I think he got lost in the class. He came in a little. I don't think so. I think Cole Adams came in with a developmental plan, right? And he didn't benefit from being under Holman Wiggins. He didn't benefit, but you get a wide receiver coach like Jamarcus Shepard in that room, on that staff, and he's paying attention to the small things with each quarterback, and he's understanding there are certain pieces of value in each wide receiver, not quarterback, but wide receiver, and he's able to pinpoint that. When you're able to connect on a different level with your players, you're able to pinpoint these things, and that's what's happening. Cole Adams is being put in situations. He's been placed in positions that fit his skill set. He's a speed guy. He has hands. He's not your strongest. He's not going to be your most physical, but he's going to give 100% effort, and he's one of your faster receivers. How are you not using him, right? And I think this year he's going to be able to be used in spots where it's going to – I see Cole Adams being a more hyped up Slade – not hyped up, but a more effective Slade Bolden. And it ain't just because of the skin color. Don't play with me. It's because of his style of route running. You get a mixture of Slade Bolden and John Mechie with Cole Adams, but you get You don't get their speed. You get Robert Foster like speed, right? So you get effectiveness and route running, twitchy in and out the quick game cuts, the quick slants, the whip routes, your deep outs, your comeback routes that's at the sticks. You get those, right? The fluidity of those routes, but you get the speed of a Robert Foster and the hands of a Slade Boulder. Slade Boulder had hands. You know, we give him a lot of crap for dropping that one against I think it was Texas A&M, I believe. But that was probably the only big drop he had that year. Greg Coffey said he's an athletic possession receiver. He's faster than a possession receiver. Eram the GOAT just became a member of the channel. Appreciate you for joining the channel, man. Y'all clap it up. Shout out to Eram. Shout out to hashtag EG in the chat, y'all. Hashtag EG in the chat. Greg, I think Cole Adams is more of a I would say more of, because he can be a burner. We could put Cole Adams in the slot and just watch him run deep crosses all day and just kind of mix guys up. Man, Slade Bolden really saved us. Really was underlooked. Oh, you mean overlooked? He was definitely overlooked. I think he was overshadowed. Even the year he was like the fourth guy in the rotation. The year that Mechie and William J-Mo got hurt, it showed why he's a perfect example of players who don't need to be number one wide receivers to be effective, right? You don't need to be the number one wide receiver to be great at what you do. If you're a great slot receiver, great X factor guy, if you're a great third and short guy, if you're a great mismatch guy, if you're a great decoy, right, you can create value for yourself and literally be in a system. Wes Welker did it for so long. Wes Welker did it for so long in the Patriots system. A lot of those wide receivers that came through there and stuck around for 3 to 4 years did it because it was a system thing. So I don't think you box Cole Adams in that box and say he's a system guy, because Cole Adams can be a burner. Cole Adams can really burn. He can really get up and down the field. Dude is a burner. Ooh, what else we got? We got 164 total in the chat. Why is my mouse dead? Okay, that is. Got 164 in the chat. 80 on YouTube. 84 on Twitter. What up, bruh? Man, the phone line's down today, bruh. I was trying to. We still running off internet. I'm running off my hotspot, y'all. Phone hot and everything. Look, still got the Bible app up. I've been in my word heavy this since yesterday. Had a good word at church yesterday, y'all. But Greg Life, do you see any Kenyon Drakes or TJ Yeldons on the team right now, Smook? Kenyon Drake would be I think Emmanuel Henderson is the new age Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake in today's offense, the way he came into college, would have been a perfect slot receiver in today's offense. TJ Yeldon, same build as EJ. TJ Yeldon, EJ, Emmanuel Henderson. Running styles were way different, but same type of build, right? TJ was a little bit bigger, I believe. But 6'1", 6'2". I think Emmanuel Henderson is 6'1", 6 foot. But Emmanuel Henderson is so much faster than both. Well, not Drake. I'm telling you, Drake was fast, man. Y'all go look at Drake's kick returns. That dude was crazy. Even that first pass he caught from Blake Sims, that wheel route against Florida, that's one I'm going to always remember. Top 4 wide receiver rotation at the end of the year. You asking me? Top 4, your starting wide receivers, basically 4-man set. I'm gonna start like this: X to Z. X, you'll have Caleb Odom as your starter. Your Y slot, not your tight end, but your Y slot would be Kobe Prentice, closest to the line of scrimmage. Kobe Prentice, route running Kobe Prentice. I think I change it up. I think Kendrick Law will be the guy that you have closest to the line of scrimmage. as your slot. I think your apex guy will be Kobe Prentice. And I think your Z will be Jeremy Bernard. I think your Z will be Jeremy Bernard. So that's my top 4 lineup. Caleb Odom, Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Jeremy Bernard. That's how we'll align them across the formation. Y'all, the month of July is the hardest month because that's the month. That's the month. This the last month before it's time to actually get to it. And it seems like it takes forever for the month of July to get over with. Boy, I'm telling you, all the barbecues, everything is happening, but then you wake up on Saturday and there's really nothing happening on Saturday. And you're just ready for some football, man. This y'all get you emotional, man. It make me angry. Who's the comps for Turbo right now? Talking about Turbo Rogers? Why y'all always do this to me? Why y'all try to talk recruiting on Monday with me? Why y'all try to talk recruits on Monday with me? It's the reason why I talk about recruiting on Tuesday, y'all. I'm usually checking in with my boys on Mondays and Fridays. I'm usually checking in with my fellas. That's how I be doing about everything. Talk to them boys. We got a schedule. But Turbo comparison right now. If I had to compare the Turbo to somebody right now, he'd give me Josh Jacobs and Jam Miller type feel. Josh Jacobs and Brandon and Jam Miller type feels. Even his style of running. You look at how Josh Jacobs will go from a scat back to power back in a 5-yard span, right? Be trying to extend to the edge and then just stick his foot in the ground and get his shoulder pad square and run you over. That's what you're going to see from Turbo. And Turbo's fast, man. I wonder, once we get this Kalen Deer commit, him and Turbo coming out the backfield together, that's going to be something to deal with, man. Artez Shepard said Jahmyr Gibbs. Nah, Jahmyr Gibbs was more scat back, finesse. He'll hop over you every now and then. Turbo will run you over. SEC Media Days, y'all know what? I'm so upset because I wanted to be down there for all 3 days. But I have a premiere meeting on the first day. If I don't do nothing but be down there for the Alabama, for the day Alabama comes on, I'm really working to get there, y'all. I'm really working to get there. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like. Even, you know what? Even if we don't do, if I don't go there live, because things, like I said, things are changing. I was supposed to go down there for Bama football on YouTube when I was there, and I still have, my access and everything to go as Coach Smook Network. But funding and things change, so got to make adjustments. But we're gonna find our way in to get that SEC Media Day coverage and reactions. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Yeah, Moonrock said Media Day his B-Day. You know what? I might do. Yeah, I'm gonna do a GoFundMe. I'm just playing. No, we're gonna see what's gonna happen though. We're gonna see what's gonna happen about getting down there to Dallas for SEC Media Day. I was excited about that. Where's your wrench? Where's Kareem Wrench? Let me see. Look, right. I thought my mods had access to do that, y'all. Give out the blue wrenches and stuff. Let me see. Since we here. That's crazy, Kareem. I could have sworn your blue wrench was on there. Let me see. And I'm going to do this for Marquita. Put a comment in the chat for me, sis. Just put one in the chat for me. Antoine, I'm changing your status too. Hold on. Antoine. Boom. I see you, Marquita. And then I'm gonna do this for y'all because then now. So if y'all see Marquita and Antoine, if y'all see people in the chat, that's supposed to be moderators, y'all should be able to give them the standard moderator access now. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yeah, I forgot Marquita been in the back for a while. She held it down. She the reason why the live was able to stay up because my internet went out. And if I was the one hosting, if I was the only host, it would have been a bad day. Antonio Davidson, it's going to be a good week for college football. All the media days in EA Sports College Football 25 drop in the same week. Nah, that's you saying that week of SEC Media Day? Yeah. You know what's crazy? Why did they pick SEC Media Week to drop the college football game? You don't think college football knows something, right? For our fans, I watched the Big Ten Network yesterday for like 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes, 20 strong minutes. And Big Ten football is trash. It's boring. The Michigan Penn State game was so boring. So boring. So boring. The Ohio State Michigan game was all right. Ohio State Maryland game was hype, right? But Michigan Penn State was trash. And that Penn State team was trash. And they kept giving them jokers all that hype. Will Coach KD get Coach of the Year in your opinion? Heck yeah. You know what? You know what works in Coach KD's favor this year? The fact, y'all seeing all the closet over there. But the fact that he's following up Coach Saban. Alabama just came off an 11-2 season, right? An 11-2 season. So if he goes, 13-1 and doesn't make it to the national championship, that's a better record than what Coach Saban had last year. But all Coach Kalen Deboer needs to do to win Coach of the Year, he needs to beat Georgia. He needs to beat, of course, he needs to win regular season. He needs to win the conference. If he wins the conference, the SEC, the best conference in the country, in his first year, he's Coach of the Year. He's probably going to field a Heisman front runner. He's probably going to field 2 running backs that's going to be up for the Walker Camper Award, plus the quarterback. 2 wide receivers are going to be top 10 wide receivers this year, statistically. You're going to talk about a coach that's defense is probably going to be rated top 20 first year, right? And you can win with a top 20 rated defense, but it's about the stats that you're leading in. If Kane Womack and this defense can be top 10 and created turnovers, top 10 QB pressures, top 10 in sacks, you're going to have a top rated defense. You can give up 12 to 14 points a game and still be statistically rated top 20, but that's like a top 5 performance defense. We're looking at the offenses we're going to be playing against. So I think we're sitting right there in the mix for all of that, for Kalen Deboer to be Coach of the Year. Facts, Kareem. Not just who he need to be. Win all your games. Coach of the Year. Easy. That's how you do it. Win all the games. Coach of the Year. Boom. That's the easiest way to do it. But hey, y'all, I'm going to get up off here. We had an hour and a half. I'm going to get up off here. I'm going to try to see if I could find another spot to stream for him by noon. If I don't make it by noon, be ready for tonight, y'all. Tonight's call-in segment is going to be lit. Is going to be lit. I'm telling y'all. And for everybody, listen, I haven't forgotten. I saw y'all emails. I like that whole come on the screen idea to jump on the show. I think we could do that tonight. So if you requested to jump on screen and interact with myself and KT tonight for the evening show, be on the lookout for the announcement, because we will do it tonight. Be ready to do it. And tonight, the show will kick off at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Going to kick it off. Go crazy. Try to stay live for 2 to 3 hours. Get all of our time in today, y'all. Get all of your time in. Y'all, stay with the process today. Do not give up on your process. It is not the end. It's not what you think it is. It's just part of what you need to go through so that you can get to your greater place, your better place, your place of peace, that successful feeling that you're searching for. That place of good energy is part of the process. You got to go through the process. Trust it. Be in that process. Embrace it. Push every day. Push. I'm about to push myself to go find a spot to stream from, because I really miss talking to y'all on the phone, man. These calling segments, when I go back and I look at a lot of these calling segments and these shows with these call-ins, I enjoy talking to y'all. That's what that's what I enjoy the most about doing the morning show, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I don't care to be the first to report any reaction. Any recruiting news. I don't care about none of that. I love being able to interact with you all as the viewers, and I also love giving exposure to all these recruits, all these young men that's out here working hard. And you know what else? Ding, ding, ding! Announcement, y'all. I'm going to be presenting some new content, right? So y'all know I'm back in the gym. I'm getting fit. I don't know if y'all can notice the boy's shoulders fluffing up a little bit. I done gained about 9 pounds. 9 pounds in the past month. 9 pounds. To be exact, is 9.63 pounds since last month, June 1st to now. So I'm excited about my journey, my fitness journey. But I'm going to be tying in my workout sessions with topics of discussion, and we're going to be cutting them up into VODs. It won't be a live segment, but I'll be recording them and cutting it up into 5 to 8 minute segment videos, and there'll be topics of discussion. So start blowing up Twitter, Discord, topics of discussion, TOD, tag me in it. I want us to start working on creating ways that we can get the Coach Smook Network and the brand interacting with what we do, which is talk sports, talk issues, political issues, religious issues. We talk all this stuff over here. So you see something on Twitter, tag me in. Hey, Coach Smook, what you think about this? I'll start a conversation on that, maybe a thread, bring in a Discord maybe. Then I'll talk about it while I'm working out the next morning up. So this is all community interaction. That's what my content is about. Community interaction, IRL, exposure for the kids, networking, all that stuff. We want to do that. Great show. We don't need no stinking Wi-Fi. You know what's crazy? I'm getting that alert on my phone. When it tell you like your data. Well, it ain't saying it's low. It's just giving me an update. I guess because I don't use my hotspot a lot. I try to save my hotspot when I'm traveling. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, Kareem. I got to get back up to that 195 range, man. I miss being that healthy 195, close to 200. I miss that. Fitness content is lit. Moonrock, it's crazy. I want to see about getting groups together because I used to do it anyways. But Saturdays, football fans get together and we go do a fitness activity together and dialogue about football post-workout over breakfast or something. So be on the lookout, y'all. We got a lot of growing to do that we're doing, and we got a lot of events that we got to do. Don't forget, y'all. Still, I think after today, I'll set a deadline for ticket sales for the tailgate party. But don't forget to go check out the events. We got the Coach Smook tailgate party event, Alabama versus Georgia, September 28th, 2024. We'll be kicking that thing off. We're looking at possibly collabing and partnering with another brand / network and what they're doing. Yeah, I'm getting a little fluffy, man. Y'all, I wish I could see my stomach. I'm getting fat. I'm trying to get a gut, y'all. I'm working on my gut. But yeah. What else, y'all? Get those tickets. Go ahead and purchase those tickets. The ones that are irrelevant should be removed, meaning the RV camper ticket and the vendor tickets are still there. But we haven't had a high demand for those. So yeah. If I can get out of this dealership sometime, I'll get myself back in the gym and transform this skinny fat 215. Man, if I could get up to 215, y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I wouldn't be a podcaster. I'd be in somebody's pads right now at 215, 6'3", 215. I'd be in somebody's pads right now. I'm getting my tickets before the week out smooth. 100% Kareem. And the deadline date probably won't be set till like the third week of July. That way I could end it, collect the funds from it, and send off what we need to send off as far as our deposit and stuff and what we're going to need as far as securing our space. Smook Network has unlimited potential. Thanks for all your hard work, Coach Smook. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. And y'all, if y'all want to join this fitness challenge, I could what they say, glad to see you back. Smook, you froze early. It's all good. Oh yeah. I had, man, that was bad. Internet went out. But anybody wants to do this fitness challenge, man, jump in the Discord. I'm gonna create a fitness challenge channel, and I'll drop the perks and everything in there, and we'll start updating everybody live. We'll not the perks, but the instructions. the workouts, all of that stuff. And I have workouts for all levels of fitness. Like if you're advanced, intermediate, or beginner, I have stuff. And then age groups restrictions. It's going to be a whole form about what you need so you can be part of the challenge. But there are basic exercises that you have to be accountable for every day. And it's nothing strenuous. It's nothing strenuous. Even for the people that's advanced. This is just part of what I'm doing to challenge people to show you that you can make those changes in your fitness life. Is going to be added to the content. So if you're going to be in there, I'm telling you right now, don't be shy. Do not be embarrassed about posting pictures of your progress. All of that. This is a safe environment. Everybody's not going to be privy to get in there. You really have to request to be in there because it is a private channel. I don't want people's pictures and their stuff being leaked. Like, this is a community event. This is a family event. We're looking at getting healthy. You know, LBN. Y'all know what LBN stand for. If you don't know what it stands for, jump in the Discord and ask somebody. That's what we about though. But yeah, sorry for the internet issues, y'all. I don't have no control over that. Sorry for not being able to have the phone call segment and stuff. That's, like I said, that's the most important part of the show to me. That and the inspirational moments. But I really appreciate y'all for sticking around and supporting y'all. Y'all kind words mean a lot to me. It kind of threw me off if y'all haven't noticed, but I still hope that I was able to bring the vibes and keep y'all entertained and informed on the thoughts of what this program is going to be. Now, understand the month of July, there won't be a lot of breaking news and things happening with the program. It'll be a lot of speculation and a lot of prediction content. So load up the Discord with your reality or reaches, your takes, all of this stuff, and we can dialogue about this. And phone call segments for the month of July will be huge. So take advantage of it. Let's have fun with it. Call in, let your voices be heard. Let's add some more voices to the network. We always have Zach. Y'all know we have Uncle Jay. We have Rico calling in consistently now. We have Davin. We have Cindy representing for the ladies. Let's get some more ladies calling in. We're gonna get Trina calling in. We're gonna get who else? We're gonna get Antoine stepping away on the from the dealership, selling all the cars. We're gonna get Kyle. We got Greg calling in consistently. You know, get Kareem on here. Jay the Goat calling in more. We're gonna get everybody calling in. So if you are glad to be a part of the Coach Smook Network, share the word, spread the word that we're doing something great over here, and continue to support y'all. I really appreciate y'all 100%. And with that being said, y'all, today's show is going to conclude. Shout out to my producer in the back, Marquita, for holding it down, doing what she do. Super mom, superwoman over there doing her thing, working and producing at the same time. Y'all keep the family in your prayers. We got people in the network that are dealing with certain things in their life, personal things in their life. Pray for everybody, man. Pray for the success of people's works, their jobs, their families, betterment, you know, their well-being for their families, people's finances. Y'all know everybody deal with money issues. Just pray, man. Keep people in positive spirits, positive mindsets, and do your part to be a light in this community. I'm Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I love y'all, my AAA family. I'll catch y'all on the next one. If not at noon, I'll see y'all tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, sharp here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all be blessed. I'm your boy, Coach Smook, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.